12:44. Let's try to get it smooth.
Yeah. Let's
Let's
get like an hour and a half. Yeah. Just, testing. 1, 2, 3.
And you
Testing.
could use a little bit more real estate too. You got a lot of real estate to your left side.
To my left side. Okay.
Yeah, you got a lot.
Okay.
You got a lot of
To the left. To the left.
simple things. Where are you?
Huh?
Simple things. Where are you?
Let's see where we at. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. All right, we good. Okay. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. Welcome to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey, the podcast that discusses love, relationships, sex, dating from a male's perspective. I'm your guy, Ron Cole, and I'm joined by my guys, White Star GB.
We're shaking.
We also have super producer Corey Cool in the building, Cool University. Big shout out to everyone tuned in on Facebook and YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Tonight, we are drinking Virgil Cane Rye Whiskey. And we don't actually have a title for this show.
Yeah,
we just live stream it.
Yeah.
All right.
We bike.
Yeah. All right. White Star GB.
Yo.
We've been away for a few weeks, little while.
Yeah.
Real spotty.
Yeah.
How you been, man?
Good.
How was your holiday?
Good. Holidays was good. Everything's good, man. Before we start, I just want to let everybody that's watching, everybody in Cigar and Whiskey Land know that Ron Cole is the CEO of Cigars and Whiskey. Any problems that y'all got? Any problems you got? Because they're taking out CEOs now, so please refer them to Ron Cole. But nah, everything is good, man. Speaking about the spotty, it's kind of just like a vulnerable moment. Like when we've been at it for how many years? You would say like we don't count because it kind of keeps us like sane. I don't.
Yeah. But it's been a good 4, maybe 4, definitely 4 years. Almost 5.
Almost 5.
Almost 5. Yeah.
So when we go a couple of weeks without recording, like in my head, I kind of be like, damn, these niggas. And I can't blame them. But then like I'll be going through like all the emotions. I'd be like, damn, you know what I mean? Because like when I talk to you, I'll be kind of sharpshooting around it. Here we go, record this weekend. But I know like I have stuff and then you got stuff, and it's like, it's hard for like the consistency, but it's like,
Yeah.
I'm just happy that we on the same page and we're here and we're gonna keep cracking at it, and that's it, man. Yeah. Like, if you're thinking about things about the holidays, I'm just happy for that. Like we have this outlet that we just keep on going. I mean, just keep on rocking with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, man.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It's cool, man. Have some family over. I mean, have more friends than family over. Honestly, this year.
So your crib was the spot to host.
Yeah, but I felt like I could extend myself a little. I didn't want to overextend, but I feel like I could have extended it a little bit more. But yeah, we were the spot. We were chilling over by me, or
your wife does all the cooking.
My wife does the majority of the cooking. She does 80% of the cooking, and then we outsource the rest of it.
Okay,
I ain't doing that. I used to fry the turkeys, but it's like it's too much pressure. The inside don't be really.
I've never
nice the way I like it. You know what I mean? I let the homie do it. You know
I've
what I mean?
Never done that.
Yeah, fry the turkey. Yeah.
So what do you mean the inside?
The like, because the turkey's heavy. It's a big bird.
So it's like raw or something. Like
it's cooked all the way through. Yeah, when you because the outside
be charred.
Yeah,
fried up.
because it's hot, like it's very hot heat, like it's a lot of high heat. So the outside really gets cooked fast, but the inside doesn't really get all that love. So the bird got to be thoroughly thawed out, and for it to really get cooked the way that you want it. So
You say you do have a bird guy though, right?
I do got a bird guy, yeah.
And he does it.
He jerks it. He marinates it a couple of days.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. Yeah.
Pause. All
He
the
gets
way.
busy, yo. He gets busy. Like we was cutting sandwiches off that shit for like a week.
Mm.
I was, yeah. Shout out to him, yo. Yeah,
Okay.
my God, man.
I haven't had turkey in I don't know how long. So, but
all right. So y'all don't. So what y'all do? Like kale? Like what y'all do?
leaves off the trees.
Yeah,
we do fish. You know, we'll have
They got like a big swordfish. Like what's the
Salmon.
fish turkey?
salmon.
But salmon's everyday fish. What's the fly fish? Like what's the ill fish?
My mother-in-law, she might escovitch.
Okay.
And we'll have we might have porgy or salmon or snapper or something like that.
Got you.
But and then we might have some fried fish also. So but
You're
fish.
fried too. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Short,
So,
man. Yeah. How about your holidays, man? Holidays do good?
it was cool, man.
Yeah.
It was cool, man. I invited my uncle on my father's side.
Oh, okay.
You know,
nice.
I haven't seen him in a while. Well, I've seen him recently at my grandmother's funeral not too long ago, whatever. But other than that, I have, he's never actually been to my house before. So that was the first time he was at my crib.
Mm.
He definitely looks out for the kids. Like he'll always send them like Christmas gifts and all that stuff like that, but he's never been to the crib.
Okay.
So my wife invited him and he agreed and he came through. Man. So
it's nice.
it's
All
cool.
right, good.
And then my mom comes. The majority of my family, they may disperse or they may go to somebody else's crib or whatever.
Mm.
And it's a lot of my wife's side of the family.
Nice.
But yeah, a lot of the same folks that come and we have a
Corey
great time.
came through. Corey there.
Yeah. Corey came through.
Big
Shout out
cool.
to Cool.
Big
Shout out to
cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to E. They came through. Yeah.
Big cool.
Yeah, we had a great time, man. So yeah, man.
Yeah, holidays a good time, man. Yeah. You find like it's either or. You find like it's either Christmas or it's Thanksgiving, or you do both. You host both.
Christmas is kind of we kind of make rounds when it comes down to Christmas, right? So we may start at home, then we may go to my in-laws, then we'll go to my mom, things like that, but we haven't really hosted Christmas.
Got you.
Mainly, we've been hosting Thanksgiving.
Got a quick question for Cool. How is it like going to somebody's house for Thanksgiving knowing they ain't gonna have no meat there? Pause.
No, well, beautiful thing about it.
We have turkey though.
So you have a turkey?
Yeah, we have turkey.
Oh, okay.
Like, we don't
made
eat it,
sound
but
like
we
you had
have,
a turkey.
yeah, we have turkey. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, if
You made it sound like it was like like it was like
nah, we
red
don't
lobsters over
we don't
here.
restrict everybody.
Oh, all right.
How personal are we getting? Because the truth about it is the the matriarch of the wives' family. She brings through all of the treats. We got oxtail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
All that should be.
So mom putting that oxtail gravy on that snapper.
Nah, them niggas are suffering. I don't know.
Yo,
them niggas
bro.
in here suffering.
And that's the shit I hate. I can't stand that. Everybody knows that we don't eat like pork or red meat or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they'll leave mad food here. And it'd be like ham.
Yeah, they'd be like, take it.
Oxtail, curry goat, all this other stuff that we're not
good.
gonna eat.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yo, take that shit out of here.
Call me, nigga. I'll go get that job.
You better show up.
And yo,
well, listen, yo, Ron, man, your spot is you're the Thanksgiving spot, man. You
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we next year probably gonna be y'all.
Let's go.
No, next year maybe another holiday. Thanksgiving is here.
Okay.
This is
Nah,
Thanksgiving.
Cool already said that he the New Year.
I want New
guy.
Year's.
Okay.
I want New Year's.
Yeah,
I want New
yeah,
Year's. All right.
Great Gatsby ass nigga.
I want New Year's.
Let's do it.
I want New Year's. I want Labor Day. Well, I want New Year's.
You asking for a lot.
My wife wants Labor Day. Whew.
Okay.
My wife wants Labor Day. I want New Year's. She may trump me initially, but
Why you guys can't have both?
we could possibly have both.
Have both,
But
man.
New Year's is definitely what that's what I see festivity wise.
Yeah.
You know,
Just gotta get in where they fit in.
yeah, bunch of champagne, a bunch of finger food yourself to death here. All type of finger food yourself to the afterlife.
So you guys are trying to do New Year's this year?
We might not make it this year.
Yeah, New Year's is quick this year.
But yeah, 20 going into 26, shit popping.
Let's go.
All right. So we're gonna try. We're gonna if
live stream from New Year's.
New Year's has become like ritualistic for me and my family.
Nice.
So, but we'll probably if they
what do you
are
mean?
going
No,
to
no.
have
What do you mean? Like just more of a home base thing.
Well, I don't know if I said this before, but like there was a year that me and the wife, we went to somebody else's house for New Year's, just us two. We left the kids at my mother-in-law's house, right? And we brought in the New Year without the kids, right? And it was like
it was a tough deal.
Within the first week, both kids are in the hospital. Right? One broke an arm, one had
that's a wrap, right?
I think got the flu or something like that. Or like a little pneumonia flu. And it was like, yo.
No.
So we might have to do like a little seance or whatever.
But no.
At home, we'll do a seance or something at home and then come by whatever.
No, but I think, for me, well, as far as
No, but you about to say you about to like
you for sure. You know that New Year, my kids ain't going nowhere. So they're definitely a part of it. So it's gonna be family oriented. Not debauchery, not debauchery, not New Year's debauchery, Diddy party vibes. You know what I mean? Not Diddy party vibes. But I think I want it to be, families.
Yes, yeah.
A place where the kids could run off and do their thing, and the grown-ups. You know what I mean?
I thought you about to say that you about the whole sign.
Huh?
I thought around like this year you about to do something.
No.
Oh yeah. Well, New Year's.
Yeah.
You have it this year. I'm taking it.
It's up for grabs.
I'm about to start buying shit.
No. He has said that. I've heard him say that before about
he's
New
a
Year's.
champagne nigga.
Yeah. He said, he definitely
he
put his bid in for New Year's a long time ago. He said like, "Yo, that's gonna be my
Corey,
joint."
The only nigga I seen come with a little joint of champagne, nigga drink it to the head. Like,
come on, baby! Shout out to my champagne nigga.
It's a champagne nigga.
Nasty hangover.
Champagne for the pain.
Bro. GB, what holiday for yours? What do you think is your go-to holiday to host?
I'm a big fight. No, Super Bowl, 4th of July.
That's a holiday. 4th of July. I feel like 4th of July might be yours. But now the difference is, it's the fight. See, that's a large responsibility.
Yeah, cause my wife
fireworks is a large responsibility.
Listen, my wife was on some shit like, we could do the 4th. She was a little nervous about the block and everything like that. She was like, I don't want no fireworks. I don't want. So I was like, all right, babe, I don't know. So
niggas be getting
on the other side of my mom, I was like, fellas, like, just keep it low. Y'all running past her if y'all want to light it up. But now that we had a decent, it was a low year. We had a couple little fireworks, but
don't need much.
Yeah. A couple little sparklers, fireworks.
That's for the kids, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a great time at your house for.
GB, definitely.
Thank you.
4th is yours. You heard?
Nah, 4th is mine. Thank you.
That's it.
4th is Super Bowl. I'll take those. And like a little fight for the homies in between. Yeah. I like to do like a little in between joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little playoff game, a little fight.
My wife My wife really wants Labor Day. That's really what she.
Labor Day is a big joint.
She Jamaican as they come.
Y'all gonna do a white party.
You think you are Shabba ranks?
Why not?
White on? No, but I think that's where we're gonna head. Hopefully, 26 we can begin to throw our name in the biggest. 25 is right here.
Yeah, y'all could do Labor Day though.
We could do a Labor Day.
Y'all could do Labor Day.
Don't say that.
Not maybe not.
She ain't watching,
but y'all could do Labor Day.
I'm trying to go for the whole next cycle.
Let's go.
But yeah, I think that last little go when the summer's leaving you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The calypso's rocking and the soca and all of that.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Any wedding you ever went to and that soca ring off at the end, Pandemonium.
Always.
Pandemonium.
Always.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. Again, big shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube, Facebook. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. Like I said before, tonight we are drinking Virgil Cane Rye Whiskey. All right. This whiskey is a 45.5 ABV, 91 proof. And it was actually created by two chefs that felt like, you know, the whiskey industry was lacking flavor. So they said they made flavorful foods so they can make a flavorful whiskey. Some of the notes that should ring off on the whiskey, it's they're saying the note should be a little bit of citrus and spice.
Okay.
I'm getting that.
You getting that?
Yeah. But that's nothing new.
yeah. I'm saying your ryes are gonna be a little spicy.
Yeah. Okay.
But I like this. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, it is nice. It's hella smooth,
it's
but
heavy
it packs a punch. Yeah. It is tells you to respect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So so far so good. Virgil Cane Rye Whiskey. We'll let it marinate and we'll come back to you guys and let you know how it fares.
Sure.
All right. So first clip we're going to be reacting to is it's a clip of an interview from the 80s. I would assume somewhere around early to mid 80s of a dude, a young dude, I would say a younger dude that is, seems like a well-to-do guy who kind of got hooked on crack cocaine.
Bad one, yeah.
You know what I mean? And he speaks candidly about the addiction and just the high of it, and how, like, even though he knows how bad it is for him, he loves it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's jump right into it. I guess we'll stop it here or there, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
We'll like stop and go.
All right.
My first 9 months in using crack has been one of, how could I say, complete madness. My first 9 months in using crack, I spent over $50,000, which included...
Say that again.
Said the first 9 months.
Raise the volume on that.
Crack cocaine. He spent $50,000.
Huh?
He said his first 9 months of using crack cocaine, he spent $50,000.
Yeah.
It really, there was a lot of money in that drug game, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The ultimate high of crack cocaine is supposed to last between like 8 to 10 minutes. And then it's supposed to be structured to be so addictive that as soon as you're done with that high, you want another one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So usually people don't have the means to support a $50,000 crack habit. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like when you think of crack cocaine, you think of a poor drug. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For, a more impoverished type of neighborhood. Not, usually people that do have 50,000 a waste on drugs is probably cocaine or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Again, please. My first 9 months of involvement with crack, I've spent over $50,000.
$50,000.
$50,000.
Where did you get this kind of money from?
Well, some of it was money that I had saved up. I was currently working as an engineer for a communications firm, earning $35,000 a year. I would spend my entire paycheck in one night on crack. So after my pay was gone, I would go to the bank and I started to deplete my savings.
Who turned you on to crack?
An old girlfriend of mine one evening had invited me to take a ride with her. And we did so. And she bought some crack. And we went back to her place, and she began to smoke and asked me if I wanted to try it. So at first I was a little bit reluctant.
All right. Question, like,
Shorty turned him out.
What is your interpretation of crack? Like,
crack equals crackhead.
mm-hmm.
Crackhead equals sub level human.
Have you ever had somebody in your family that used crack?
No.
See, that's why you're talking like that.
Yeah. I don't know somebody before and after. I only know the after. Like we immigrated from Haiti here, early 70s,
mm-hmm.
and no one got hooked on drugs.
Yeah,
everybody just had their head on straight and was about work and moving forward and everything like that. So it's like,
I think that's the difference between
like, so it was like either seeing crackheads and like seeing the depictions of crackheads in movies, and like hearing about the in music. It was just like, sub level humans.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna take offense to it, but a lot of my family members definitely got hooked on the drug, and yeah, man, it's definitely highly addictive.
Yeah,
and I think your perspective is coming from a place of where I might sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I don't think it was. I think it wasn't directly targeted for like people like your family, because they weren't here. You know what I mean? They were migrating over to the States. I think it was more or less for the people that were already in the neighborhoods. I might be sounding like a conspiracy theorist, but I think it was.
What was there before crack? What was the vice before crack? Like, what was the test study that make it seem like, okay,
heroin.
These people, heroin.
Mm-hmm.
Heroin was the but heroin was lethal.
Yeah, it was lethal.
So you wouldn't get long-term customers with heroin.
Yeah.
So crack was an improvement on the design.
Addiction in general, you're gonna have long-term customers, like as long as they get addicted.
No. Well, I'm talking about heroin. People died fast.
Yeah, you could OD
right
on heroin.
So like, if you could keep people alive and keep buying, so you think it was kind of more like a.
But to take it a little bit deeper, you look at a gentleman like this, who was an engineer.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying?
Educated
dude.
Yeah.
And how did he wind up running into the path of crack cocaine?
I think we're gonna see it.
You hear me? Like, but
he said he ran to a shorty. He said a shorty that he was a girlfriend, not even his wife or nothing like that. A woman that he was dating after being educated. Like, you're an educated man. You've been around. He speaks well. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, a shorty, like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, it happens.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, a lot of times things come with influence.
Right.
It could be a woman, it could be a friend, it could be, but it comes with influence. But
yeah. You ever dealt with a shorty that put something in her nose?
Not that I know of, no.
Right.
No. I don't think I.
Nah. I've seen it. I've been around shorties that put stuff in their nose. I don't, that's not drawing me to do that.
So
you're supposed to know better.
You had dealings with somebody, like, not like on a short term, but like even a midterm or long term basis that had a little bit of a habit.
Yeah, partied. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that? How was the behavior? Was it erratic? Was it?
It was just, that was their vice. You know what I mean? They didn't drink as much as I drank, but they did that and drank a little bit, and it was just, everybody got their vice. Even now, even with marijuana use, you know what I mean?
They ever try to offer you?
No, because they want they to themselves. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But even now with marijuana use, people like you could party with people that, you know, they'll smoke more than they, you know, people drink, and some people drink more than they smoke or whatever, and some people don't smoke at all. Some people don't drink at all. But I don't know. With crack, it was just such a. I wasn't there.
See,
you know?
you're speaking after the fact. You're like your Monday morning quarterbacking. So
yeah,
who knows that when these people initially started with this drug, when it was brand new, they like, yo, it's coke. It's a coke that gets you higher quicker. You understand what I'm saying? And coke is a party drug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To some folks, it's a party drug. Yeah. So they may have figured like, yo, this is just the new high, the new drug to get a great high for a cheaper price. Right. You know what I mean?
But then I said, all right, well, I'll give it a try. And my very first night, I believe I spent $60. The next morning, I was at the bank's door before it opened, and I spent another $400.
Tell me what it was like, that first blast.
It's unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. It's really, there's not even any words really to describe it. It's a feeling so intense and so pleasurable that I've seen it cause people to spend their last penny. I've seen people spend their rent money, their food money.
Nah, yeah.
That sound like didn't that shit is like he made crack sound so good.
It always sounds like that.
He made it sound really good.
That's what I've heard it every time that I've heard it described. I've heard that high, that first high is life-changing, and they're chasing that high ever since.
No, yeah.
That's the only way I've heard it explained.
Yeah, I've heard about the first high.
Yeah.
But when I was in brokerage, it was a guy. He was a Muslim. He's a Muslim, like Indian dude, right? His name was Muhammad Ali. Shout out to him. And he snorted coke, he did pills, smoked weed, and one day he was in the boardroom and he was like, yo, the best high is smoking crack. He said, yo, there's no high like smoking crack. Yeah. He said this.
I hear you.
And he was like, yo, I've done it all. Like I said, I ran down all the drugs that he did. Anything that was out there, he did it. Right. But he said, yo, smoking crack, that shit is the best high. And this is a kid that was probably definitely making a good, 10, 15 grand a month. You know what I mean? At least.
But he had the wherewithal to know that I have to find this somewhere else. He said he listed all those other drugs that he did because he knew that even though the best high was doing crack, he couldn't sustain doing crack over and over.
No, I don't think it was that. I think he was just talking about highs. He did drugs. And
so why not be a crackhead? Why not just keep doing crack then?
He probably was still doing crack.
Okay.
But he was probably more of a functional crackhead. You know what I mean? Where, in that industry, more or less, like you could kind of function because if you're because crack is supposed to make you sort of alert. You kind of become like an insomniac. You don't sleep and things like that. If you're upbeat and everything like that, it's supposed to be upper. Okay. And that could work for you. You know what I mean? If you could hit the phones and and you lose like all inhibition, you have increased confidence and all that shit like that, and you're like pumped up. Yeah, it could work for you.
It could definitely work for you.
Yeah. So
shit stuff when you're still on the phones to buy more crack.
Yeah, they're everything.
You mean from that first time you were gone?
Yes. That first hit, to me, was so immense and so unlike anything I'd ever had in my life that I just had to try it again.
Had you ever had any involvement with drugs leading up to that?
Well, having lived in California for a few years and having been with the Hollywood set, I had tried cocaine on occasion. And crack is something that will cause you to put cocaine down. Crack is so much more of a high to it, so much more of a rush that most people who start using crack usually stop sniffing cocaine.
You make a big distinction between crack and cocaine, don't you?
So to speak, they're really the same drug, but it's how it's administered. Cocaine being sniffed and entering the blood system through the nasal and mucous membranes of the nose. Crack is smoked, inhaled into the lungs, and therefore in 5 to 10 seconds causes an immense rush to the head. $50,000.
$50,000.
I've seen it cause people to spend their last penny. I've seen people spend their rent money, their food money.
So let me ask you this, because you come from a different perspective of this whole thing. Do you believe in the theory that crack cocaine was put in the hood to kind of destroy the neighborhoods?
No, I don't. I believe that cocaine was around and it was a party drug. It was a higher echelon drug. I felt like people played around with the chemistry of it, stretching it, and they made it more accessible. Like crack was like the Vasco genes. It was the Vasco genes.
You think that it was South somebody? Pole. You think it's somebody in the hood?
It was the South Pole
that was on some chemist shit that figured out the chemistry of crack cocaine.
Stretched it, and and left to their own device. It could have even transmuted into something else.
All right, so I could get with the whole stretching because everybody stretches drugs in order to bulk it up to make more money.
Right.
Coke was snorted. Now this is smoked. Who came up with that?
It might have been I think it might have been a usage thing. You see how you said like it could be. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily hood made or.
So you think a hood nigga say, yo, you know what? This might be better to smoke it versus snorting it.
Yeah.
Nah,
or even injecting it.
So, I think they tried injecting it and it didn't work injecting it, and maybe they tried it the other way.
I'm just thinking maybe a user could have came up with it based on trying to bulk it up, but also somebody who's just preferences to smoke versus because you got to think, if you want to make it lab made, they would have to have some kind of test dummies, right? So you think they were just test dummies who tested it and then ran back to the hood and said this is amazing?
You think a hood nigga got a lab? Lab dummies to test out. See, this is what I'm trying. I'm asking that. My initial question was: Do you believe in the theory that it was implanted in the hood to destroy it?
Because the reason why I say that is like, I don't think it was a lab idea to sprinkle cocaine on your marijuana. I don't think that was a lab thing. I think that was a user thing. I like to burn and. Right, so that's why I don't think that it's too far fetched from someone to say I want to smoke this versus because think about how about this? Think of it this way. If it was, I like to smoke, like for me, at times when in my old days I would use, a little grabber on the bud, right, a little tobacco on the bud or whatever, and at times you can see yourself using a little bit more tobacco than bud in the ratio, right? Depending on what you're doing and where you at. So I can see the cocaine taking more of a, you know what I mean? And then it didn't burn the right way, and then somebody figuring something out from there. I think that would be my way of kind of thinking about it.
Okay.
Like a user just transformed it until it got where it got. But I mean, I don't think it's far fetched that, but just like dropped in the hood. I don't know, because you know why? Because it became an epidemic for a lot of people.
It just lacks accountability. It just lacks accountability, and that's all I hear is the lack of accountability of it. Like when you just kind of just make it like, yo, the tooth fairy dropped it off, and it was nobody's fault. People got rich off of doing this to their own people, and we just keep ignoring that shit.
No, yeah. You
know what I mean?
We're not ignoring it.
No, we're ignoring it when we blame it on Whitey. Like we just keep ignoring it, and we just keep it kind of just skating around it. And yeah, maybe they had their hands in it, but we did this to ourselves.
Nah, not really.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Not really.
Please elaborate.
Because there wasn't. All right. Are there? Do you know a person whose life is consumed by cocaine, where they don't work, they are?
Me personally?
Yeah.
No.
Have you run across that?
Like, no.
Have you ever heard of that? Like
yes.
a coke person that's like, yo, all I do is snort coke. I'm doing whatever to just get coke, to snort coke.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't exist, and this is the foundation of the drug of that, right?
Right.
And then this comes. How are you saying there's no accountability, or how you think there's no help? There's no help with that.
Have different properties.
Who knows chemicals? You think
no, people who listen. You could clean your bathroom with bleach. You could clean your bathroom with ammonia. When you mix bleach with ammonia, it becomes deadly. You're gonna pass out in your bathroom. Things are meant to be used in a certain way when they're used. But when you experiment with different things, they have different, reactions. So when you
who do you think is experimenting with the drugs though?
People with a bulk of a certain drug, and they're trying to make that certain drug stretch.
If
someone had a plug, someone had a plug to cocaine, and they were trying to make that cocaine stretch a little bit. Maybe they're gonna put something that looks like cocaine, baking soda into it.
You think
play around with it, and
you think that a drug dealer, right? You think a drug dealer is gonna take, like, let's say he got a key of cocaine.
Yeah,
he's gonna take a key of cocaine that he's supposed to sell to make money, and say, yo, you know what? Let me try some trial and error shit.
Bobby Brown has the information. They were frying chicken with cocaine. Yeah. Drug addicts do shit with drugs.
That's why are you even trying to make
they were frying it. They were frying chicken in cocaine
after they already they already used the drug, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about a drug that's been used in a certain way for centuries, decades, whatever you want to say, right? Yeah. It's always ingested through the nose, right?
Yes.
And now all of a sudden it comes up a new way to make it.
It's expensive.
Way less.
All right.
Crack was considerably cheaper.
No.
Than cocaine, Ron.
I
You're leaving out a major part of this story.
I understand that, but who like if I'm a coke dealer? Hold on. Let me finish. Right. Niggas can't buy coke, right? Right. And if that's not the drug of choice, where if I'm a coke dealer, let's say I'm from Colombia or where the countries where it's popping, right?
Yeah.
Do I just say I'm just going to open my distribution to white people that could buy coke, that just like white powder, or I want to expand?
There was the nigga that had the plug. He was going to Soul Train. He couldn't get that shit off because it cost too much. And he went back to the fucking factory.
And he was like,
yo,
did the science. He did, like, yo, bro, the science is no.
People, yo,
no. It's not. No,
there are people that probably like heroin
and
it did nothing.
Bro, a stretch is adding baking soda to your coke, right? That's a stretch, right? But not fucking creating a whole process to rock the shit up.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that it's possible? This is a devil's advocate question. Is it possible that it could have come from like Colombia and stuff like that?
Like that?
No,
the
because the process
over there.
They don't do crack.
No,
right?
My point is they have they have it where they have it before it becomes profitable. They have the raw plant or whatever before it becomes profitable.
Yeah.
So I can see it being created there from someone there who, because when you say have an excess, Ron's right. Excess amount of cocaine here just makes a bigger party. It doesn't necessarily make for experimentation. It makes for just a bigger party. At the time.
I think excess cocaine here without excess money makes for a disgruntled drug dealer.
No. I'm
just going to give away his product?
No, but like I said, I'm almost guessing that maybe somebody over there before, because think about it, it could grow naturally there, right?
What Corey says makes sense, right? Right. Where it's like the value of coke is not that high over there because they have so much of it, right? Over here it's different. I don't care who you are, you're not wasting cocaine over here in the United States of America. You can't replenish like that, right?
You just got a bigger part.
Right. But my thing is this, right? You're trying to say like dudes in the hood is experimenting to create crack in order to distribute in the neighborhoods. I believe somebody gave them the science, the chemistry on how to do this, who was not from the neighborhood, not from the hood, and
they looking for crackhead Albert Einstein. Like,
there's no real documentary.
Bro.
There's no real documentaries about
it's real documentaries about it, but I'm just saying, like,
who do they say did it first? You got the CIA. You got all type of.
That's the story. Okay, like it was a government. How is it lack accountability? How does it lack accountability?
Well, to a degree. I mean, on the consumer standpoint, I think we are tossing accountability out the side. Because let's put it this way. You and I, us three, we grew up in a time where by the time we were maybe in our real adolescent ages, 11, 12, 13, there were freaking commercials everywhere. Awareness was everywhere, every 2 seconds about this particular drug. It did not stop, dead halt with all that awareness.
No.
It almost had to die out when another thing came in and was more important. So when he says accountability, I could take it into that type of mind frame where it was like we saw this happening and we didn't, sort of like to me, I work with kids and they were talking about AIDS and HIV and stuff like that. And I would say when we were kids, HIV commercials were everywhere, rampant. Every other commercial was something. They had Sesame Street doing shit on it, and they made sure they got into the lowest. Well, I think it was like a skit, but they had it everywhere, awareness everywhere. And now I heard a kid in 8th grade say, "Well, what's that?" And I thought, "Wow, it's because now it's so you see the commercials now where it's about living with it, right?"
Yeah.
And I think accountability comes into seeing family members dealing with it and not following suit versus, think about it. No, what they say, a girl turns you on to it, right? Those are the initial phases. Everybody who gets on to that hard drug, I feel like 9 out of 10 almost say, I got turned on by a girl or a guy or whoever their intimate partner was. I feel like that should only last once the commercials start. Right? When the commercial started, it's kind of like, I don't care how much you're hot or whatever. I know what this particular does, but we didn't stop there. We kind of
in the neighborhood though, too cool. Like, so let's bring it right back to what you were saying. In the neighborhood, that should only really last one summer.
Yeah.
Once we see everybody that's using this certain drug getting skinny, withering away, their eyes are getting sunken, and everybody's getting, it's like, okay,
that's bad for it.
Like, even like, they've been studies on rats where it's like rats would like not mess with certain poisons and things because they see other rats getting killed by it, so they will go the other way. It's like
That's accountability, right?
At some point, self-preservation has to kick in.
I believe that happened. I believe that happened.
It did happen. It happened.
That definitely happened.
But it took a good.
It took a little
while.
too long.
A little too long.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
You still got fiends.
No, you definitely still have. You still have.
You always got a sympathy. You're
always gonna have fiends because people have addictive personalities, and it's like whatever is the flavor or the popping drug, they're gonna do it. You understand what I'm saying? But as far as accountability is concerned, like you can't really say there's no accountability, because the same way a drug is on the street and the same way it's tested or put out on the street is the same way a medication is put out on the street. Like they know. We're assuming you're going with the theory.
What about
of
the nigga doing it to their own peoples? What about that?
We're not on that yet. Let's stay here. Right. I'm just talking before it even hits the street. Before it even hits the street and the due diligence is done, and somebody is in the lab saying like, "Yo, we're gonna make cocaine cheaper and more addictive, and not kill you, not overdose." Right. And the same way they know what it does, they know the side effects of it before they put it out in the street.
Right.
So them doing that, they know what they're putting out there. You understand what I'm saying? You just feel like, oh, it's some nigga in the hood just playing around, fucking up coke and shit like that.
Chefs, these niggas was cooking these shits. Like, we came up in an era where we had people where we know chefs making the shit, Pyrex. Niggas was like, they wasn't getting this shit from Pfizer and all that. These niggas was making these shits on the.
How do they know?
The first
how
5
they know?
seconds
How they know?
Ones
how they know?
Was the
how do they know though?
Tick, 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 was the stove coming on?
Yo, you really
they know because there was chefs coming.
You really on some suburban kid shit, yo.
Well,
you really believe? Like,
fine, I am okay. I'm okay with that. All right.
I do want to.
So you believe? You really believe? Like, all right.
So you think crack? You think cocaine came with like a pamphlet with like, here, hood nigger, here's how to make cocaine. Like, this is what it came with. Like,
no, don't try to make it sound.
Like, what are you talking about?
I do.
Like, it was like the like.
I do think that maybe they weren't fully aware of the lasting effects.
Who?
Like the lasting effects.
Who's not aware of that?
Whoever made it. I can see up front it being a financial move, right?
From who?
Whoever made it. I don't know who made it. I'm just saying.
Well, if you have to guess, you're the tiebreaker.
All right. So
wait, hold on.
Wait, finish your thought. Finish your thought.
It was Whitey. Who?
I can say, okay, let's just say it was Whitey, right?
Go ahead.
The reason why I say that, okay, I hate that. You're not gonna get me fired, guys.
You didn't have to say. You didn't have to use that term.
He said it.
You letting this dude.
I know he's about to get me. I'm gonna come work with you. I'm gonna come stay at your house when my shit go wrong. No, I was just saying. Okay, I can see them up front, at least initially, making a financial decision that this would make kind of like a side profit type. We already winning with this particular product, right? We already got product A that's making some money. Product B is going to get, like you said, the people who can't necessarily afford this is going to get that.
I went with what y'all said. I don't believe that's the theory though, but go ahead, keep going.
No, I'm just saying the reason why I don't think all of the effects were known, because that particular drug hit all people. You know what I'm saying? If they were to go, it hit a lot of people.
No, it hit a lot of people.
A lot of
some white people got collateral damage, but it didn't impact their communities like it did black communities. Go ahead.
I think it impacted communities because you got to think where these places were urban communities per se.
Mm-hmm.
There's two sides of an urban community, kind of sort of. If you look at Manhattan, which was, I guess, considered an urban, well, to a degree, right? Like, there were white folks that were affected too by it. It wasn't just black folks.
Absolutely.
No, I don't think not like.
Well,
we talking about.
Well, they're the majority. So okay, if according to numbers, I'm not going to argue.
You think crack has been running wild in Manhattan?
Yes, definitely. First of all,
Well,
and I feel like there was a lot less empathy for it because it was a black problem.
Remember what? Listen, first of all, remember.
So you're saying there's a black problem?
But remember what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something
black
like
people was doing it.
Remember what something like 42nd Street looked like before it was all fancy in Times Square?
Yeah,
shit was Horse Central and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so I just think about, drugs were a big portion of that.
Let's run a little bit of video.
All right. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. I want to go to work. I'm sorry.
I feel like he got the key to the puzzle.
He just want to argue.
They're everything.
You mean from that first time you were gone?
Yes. That first hit, to me, was so immense and so unlike anything I'd ever had in my life that I just had to try it again.
Had you ever had any involvement with drugs leading up to that?
Well, having lived in California for a few years and having been with the Hollywood set, I had tried cocaine on occasion. And crack is something that will cause you to put cocaine down. Crack is so much more of a high to it, so much more of a rush that most people who start using crack usually stop sniffing cocaine.
You make a big distinction between crack and cocaine, don't you?
So to speak. They're really the same drug, but it's how it's administered. Cocaine being sniffed and entering the blood system through the nasal and mucous membranes of the nose.
No, the reason why I asked you to stop it is because let's put this under the microscope. He discussed about dealing with cocaine through Hollywood sets. He never discussed that this girlfriend that he met was some hood booger buried under the urban streets where he got crack from. If this guy's already frequenting through Hollywood sets or whatever the case was, this crack could have come from more of an upscale situation. He never said that he got it from some like bottom of the barrel situation. Dig what I'm saying?
I think we could read between the lines.
He never said that though. No, but if he's telling you I have a great job, number one, and he's frequenting Hollywood sets where I did cocaine, whatever case was.
He said when he lived in California, he frequent Hollywood.
He frequent Hollywood sets, but he never said that he got it from like he moved to like the hood of all hoods and then was turned on to crack. He never said that. It almost seems like that might have came within the fanciness that he was running it. Because think about Richard Pryor talking about freebase, and he never talked about getting it from like a back alley somewhere.
Well, when the video goes, you'll see. Yeah, he'll say where he was when he got.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. Man. All right.
Crack is smoke inhaled into the lungs, and therefore, in 5 to 10 seconds, causes an immense rush to the head.
You say the Hollywood set. Without naming names, what kind of scene did you get into out there?
Well, I attended parties in Hollywood where cocaine was passed around in bowls like they were hors d'oeuvres. They were all kinds of different brands of marijuana, reefers, whatever you want to call them, in 5-pound cigar boxes. And it was just like you were at a party, but the hors d'oeuvres were drugs.
That was it.
That's it?
It was a longer one, but the one that I have is that one.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I guess I can explain. Well, he said that he was talking about his experiences when he would go to the crack houses.
Yeah.
And he would say that people would leave their kids out there, bring their kids, and he's seen kids as young as like 14 or 16 years old getting high.
He told a story about a 15-year-old girl going in there with her father and being like, this is my turn to like score.
Yeah.
They were going back and forth with it.
Yes.
Different, people being hooked. He was talking about how he lost his job.
Yeah.
He got a job for what, $50,000 in that day. And he went to the crack house on a Monday, didn't go to work.
Yeah.
Went on Tuesday and Wednesday, went to work, you know what I mean? And then finished off the week in the crack house. In the subsequent week, he got fired from his job.
Yeah.
And I think the story ended off with him dying.
Yes,
like 2 months after this thing was kind of shot. And I don't know, man.
I feel like it was
it's a conversation. We're playing Monday morning quarterback. We weren't there for the inception of it. We don't know what the party was like back then, but guys, like, I don't know. We were in that era where we saw things affect certain people. Like, in our age, there were certain people that went to school with us that, caught a bad one. And the story was back then, they had smoked like a lace blunt and they weren't the same.
I could even go even deeper where it's like I've dealt with it in my family directly with crack, cocaine, all that shit. So, yeah, man, it's highly addictive. Did
it last generations in you, or was it like wiped out in one generation?
No, I would say I think it surpassed to other generations afterwards.
Two?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
okay.
I think a few. Yeah, and yeah, I think people see. This is the thing. People try to minimize it or say there's no accountability, but I think the bigger lesson is the fact that you got to understand that you think that you're not under attack, but you're always under attack. It's different ways to infiltrate or destroy certain things. People just assume like, nah, I don't see it coming directly at me, so nah, that's bullshit. The what you're saying is bullshit, and I can control that. Right. And to a certain extent, you can control it. Right. But you got to think about crack cocaine doesn't just affect the person that's smoking it. It affects their family members, their kids, their nieces, all that shit. You understand what I'm saying? And it has lasting effects. You understand what I'm saying?
So New Jack City, right? When G Money started smoking crack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you understand why, or did it come out of left field for you like it came from me?
I've seen it like full frontal view of like
seen
niggas,
it. Know what it's doing to people.
Yes,
doing it, and then you still do it.
Yes, yo, it's addictive, and
no, it's only addictive if you try it.
I get it, right? But you have people, right,
who
that indulge
their boundary, or they're just gonna test shit.
Well, you ain't testing boundaries. If you're already, let's say you're already snorting coke, or you're already smoking weed or whatever, you might try.
Weed is not gonna make you do
weed
crack.
Is a gateway drug, bro.
Stop. No, now you sound like Nancy Reagan. It's not a gateway drug. You can just do weed and just smoke weed, man. People just smoke weed, smoke weed.
So
Bob Marley ain't smoke crack. Bob Marley just smoke weed. Weed is not a gateway drug.
Bro, there are people that smoke weed and just smoke weed.
Yes.
But most people that have smoked crack or snort coke, they smoke weed too.
When it can't
am I right or am I wrong?
Giving weed a bad rap.
No. Hold. Am I right or just answer if I'm right or am I wrong?
I'm gonna give you what you want.
I'll give you bogeys. Right. I'd rather give you bogeys as a gateway drug than anything.
Okay.
I'll give you bogeys over bud.
Okay. But do you agree or disagree?
I agree with you.
I believe that everybody that does probably snort coke or smoke crack, they have tried weed
or alcohol or some shit. That's foul.
All right, even alcohol. We can say alcohol too. Yeah. Fine. Yeah. Say these are gateway drugs. Once you indulge in certain things, it's not like you're gonna go from 0 to 100. Nah, you're gonna try something else, and you might be like, yo, I like this feeling, but I want to get a better feeling. That's what addiction is. You know what I mean? But I believe that you're saying accountability is a cop-out. I think that most people, they haven't seen it up front and personal, so they don't realize what it really is.
Well, all right, Ronco, just sidebar you. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you would, not to really dive too deep into your personals, but you said you've had members of your family who have tried it. Now, have you ever gotten any insight from a family member on maybe not the first guys, maybe not the first one to just jump out the window and give it a shot, but have you ever gotten any insight from the member who might have tried it after? You know what I'm saying? Like, did they ever tell you about what it was so special, that got them that way?
Everybody says the same thing. Everybody says the same thing. And this is the thing, bro. Like, when a drug is put out, they know what it's going to do.
So like trendy vibes?
No, they don't. Not know what it's going to do.
Like lasting effects where you might sell your baby? They might not think you sell your baby.
They know what it's going to do.
No, but what does everybody say? What does everybody say? You say everybody said the same thing. What is it?
That the high is crazy and they chasing that high.
But listen, I think
they get higher. They get higher than they ever did before.
I think they could say that, but they don't know that they're gonna sell baby. Leave their baby somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I think they get the I think that's super fun. In the meantime, this is gonna be great, but I don't think they know. Like,
no, some people are more addictive than others, but I'm not saying they're gonna know people are gonna sell their babies. I'm saying that they know that people are gonna be highly addictive to this, right? So let me ask you this, right? Molly, right? Molly is not a drug in the store. You think somebody in the hood is making pills and shit like that?
Yes.
They at their house making pills?
Yes.
I don't think so.
No, I can promise you. I can promise you.
You think
niggas,
somebody in the hood came up with the chemistry for that?
Yes, I know. Molly is just the excess of different shit, and niggas press them up. I know. I've known niggas with pill machines in their house. It's just the residue of different drugs. Different Molly.
They came up with the chemistry.
Yes.
The niggas that that got pill machines they know the chemistry of all the shit. They came up with the chemistry for Molly.
Molly is just
what
junkyard of fucking pills. Ecstasy, Molly is all is all the same.
So
it's just
so you really
of pills.
Come on,
it's a lower dosage of a whole bunch of different things that people can't use anymore. It's just that. But all right, let's move the conversation a little bit forward.
No.
Fine. We can revisit that,
bro.
Let's just revisit. So we don't linger on this point, bro. Let me move the conversation.
Hold. Can I just say one thing,
please?
Let's not. We don't give people this assumption that street drugs, are just like backyard shit. They're the same
Molly
way.
Ecstasy was definitely backyard shit. Molly and ecstasy was backyard drugs.
No, the way they come up, the way they come up with these drugs is that the same way a fucking chemist tests regular drugs in a lab. Yeah. They use illegal substances too to see what they do.
Shit was so fucked up. Where I'm coming from, why I want to move it forward is with the accountability part of it. If it was so messed up and people saw what it was doing to their own people that looked like them, why they were just risking getting rich off of the back of their own people, off of their mothers. We have famous rappers rapping about they sold crack to their own mothers. Why was it such just acceptable to like cannibalize themselves?
Why are you not talking about the fact that they became famous rappers by saying that shit?
Because we consumed it.
You consumed it.
Yeah.
So you liked it.
I like the rap of it.
All right. So why is that?
Made it
why
sound
is that
good on a beat?
Why is that? Why isn't that a problem that somebody put money, millions of dollars behind this nigga so you could hear him talk about him selling drugs to his mom?
Oh boy. Okay.
So
why are you focusing on the fact that
before I heard that rapper rap about it on the thing that I had to like on the TV that I had to connect the antenna on the bootleg
why is that even entertaining for you to talk about a nigga selling drugs if you feel like nigga you seem like you don't indulge in the shit? Well, you think niggas did it to themselves. They don't have accountability. It's all negative to you, but you like the music that comes out of it.
You're right.
Wait, stop.
I'm part of the problem.
No, wait.
You got it.
Wait, hold on.
I'm guilty. I'm part of the problem.
That's not fair.
You got me.
That's not fair.
You got me.
What's not fair?
It's a little bit not fair.
You got me. I'm part of the problem.
What's not fair?
Because we were minors indulging this particular shit.
I'm part of the problem. I'll be part of the problem.
We didn't have knowledge. We didn't have knowledge of a lot. We weren't. Think about it.
You saying you're not being accountable. You're not being accountable.
When I
bro.
said it, when I described it, I said subhuman. So I disassociated myself from those people who were doing those drugs. So I wrongly glamorized the people that were selling said drugs to those people who were susceptible to those things that I wasn't susceptible to. When I was young, I didn't see it as people having like an addiction. I didn't understand addiction. We have conversations even today at 44 where I'm still trying to understand addiction.
No,
we spoke about it even like what?
Yeah.
Like a week or two weeks ago where I'm helping friends through.
The main question, GB, would be how long did you glamorize drug raps? That would be more of the question, right? Because it's not a.
It's always a good drug line.
I know. It's always a good hustle rap. No, because that would
down the Alpine Flint. Put your teeth.
No, because that will bring your point into perspective where we could use being just like the drug user could use being young as I experimented with these things because it looked fun and whatever the case was. We indulged in the music because it was fun and whatever the case was. Now, if we're 30, 35, and we're still getting a good kick out of, listen, every time Jeezy come out, it's like, Jeezy, don't give me nothing. Don't get born again on me, Jeezy. I need cocaine raps until there's no more to come from you. That's, I think,
your favorite rapper's favorite trapper.
That's the accountability part, right? That's the accountability part. But we can say that those early users are just as, we have to, you're right. We have to take accountability kind of the same way. But it's like, my point is when it's, those drugs hit hard in what, 85, 86?
Yeah, I would say mid 80s.
We saw the lasting effects up until like 2000.
Yeah. Honestly.
Right? So, 95, 96. If you think about it, it's not that far of a swing. If you think about it,
that's just here. We're not even talking about. We're on the New York.
No, but that's like 15 years. Yeah, 15
smooth years. 15 years.
So I could say maybe the first
15 years. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I could say
it has way more lasting effects than 15 years. But keep going.
No, I'm just saying, yes, Ron, absolutely. I'm saying where we stopped really seeing like the zombie effect. We didn't think about the kids that were born throughout it, and you know what I'm saying, the other lives that were the niggas that went to jail, the niggas who got killed, niggas who got
my mother for turning my brother into a crack
baby. But I mean, like the walking zombie effect kind of stopped. Maybe not even maybe later, maybe 2004 or 5, really, where it was like, okay, that last fiend kind of died out, where it's like,
there's famous fiends in movies.
I'm on your side.
Yo, there's famous fiends in movies.
You're not really.
Felicia. Yo,
you really sitting here.
Felicia is a fiend. Pookie is a fiend. Like, yo, there's like fiends, like there's famous fiends.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Ezel was a famous fiend.
Famous fiends, like nigga.
So what? What does that mean?
Bobby Brown, famous fiend.
See?
Whitney Houston, famous fiend.
And this,
no.
This is the plan. This is the plan.
That's a world class fiend.
The plan worked exceptionally well.
Right.
Okay,
works
because you got black folks that will tell you that, oh, the people that use the drugs and the people that sold the drugs should be accountable, right? And it's nobody else's fault. It's niggas that got their own keys, that got their own labs and chemists and all that shit like that, and it's them. Right.
Labs,
and then niggas tell you, oh, it only lasted 15 years. Like niggas ain't zombies no more, whatever. No,
I'm just saying that the accountability, like a 365-day cycle should be enough.
You tell a nigga that did jail time, right, for dealing drugs in the 80s, and his life is like capped in a sense that, yo, it only lasted, you know what I mean? How you think that man gonna feel about that?
Maybe
that man got to look in that mirror and know that he sold cracks to his his friends' mothers, his friends' fathers. He tanked his community. He sold drugs to that dude. That was a community thing, and he could have been Bill Gates. Dude was ahead of his time. Dude was an engineer, black engineer in the 80s. His life got snuffed out. He deserved to get dumb numbers. You know what I mean? That he got. So whatever. You know what I mean? He went to jail for a certain amount of time. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
So let's just say the coke is put there, the science is put there, everything is put there for you to do your thing.
Yeah.
All the blame is on me for taking that.
We're not saying all the blame.
No. The whiskey's put here. The science is put here. Is it okay for me to do that to you?
No, none of it's good.
It is.
All right.
None of it's good.
That is. It's what it is.
But you not. I don't hear you giving no blame to. You just saying
because we don't know. It's the boogeyman. It's the boogeyman.
We doing it to ourselves, dog.
It is the boogeyman.
No, I don't do the boogeyman shit. I do accountability. So wait, someone's at fault for this shit.
It's not the boogeyman.
All right, no. If it's not the boogeyman, can you tell me right now, live on Cigars and Whiskey, who is responsible for the manufacturing of that particular drug? Who is it?
And we're gonna move on after this.
Who is it?
You got the final word on this.
Tell me who it is specifically.
I blame my mother, turning my brother.
I'll save you right now if you want me to.
No, I believe.
No, who is it? Not you believe. Factually, who is it?
I think it's the U.S. government.
Okay, leave it at that. Yo, he the CEO of Cigars and Whiskey.
He is, right? He kick us all off this motherfucker, right? We be done.
He the CEO.
I believe it. Broadcasting from the crib.
Izzo.
I'll be broadcasting from the crib right now.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Right, Ron.
You know what's crazy? You turn my mic. Is my mic off?
No, I did not.
You turn my mic off. You know the crazy shit about it is like, yo, niggas could it'd be all the common sense in the world, and y'all niggas will still believe
because you're not. No, you okay. Even if you said the U.S. government, that is hundreds of people.
Okay.
Thousands of my nigga, who is responsible for?
It's not one.
Can you tell me
not one person.
Yeah, can you tell me a branch?
What
U.S. government?
Can I put a cherry on it? And then we leave?
Get me kicked off the show.
You gonna put a cherry on? We gonna leave? What you gonna say something that you know I'm gonna debate you with, and then say
mic drop.
That's it.
But I'm gonna have you agree to it.
No, you're not. No. Unless you're agreeing with what I'm saying, I'm not gonna agree with.
It's the boogeyman. If you can't,
I want to put a cherry on it at least. Right. Yo, I want to get to the other topic, but
go for the cherry.
Just did because I watched a lot of like short documentaries, and I watched a short documentary on one of the survivors of the Jim Jones Guyana mass suicide attempt, and he was just like, yo. He saw them mixing the syringes into the Kool-Aid and giving it to the kids first and giving it to everybody. And then self-preservation kicked in. And he was like, yo, I'm not drinking this. I'm not going to die with these niggas. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he like escaped into the woods, hid for a little while. Then he head for covers. Self-preservation has to kick in at some point.
It was a little late.
I believe it did.
A little late with us. With that.
I believe now. You can have self-preservation in real time if you see what's going on right in front of your face.
You're seeing the people that you love turn into people that you don't even recognize.
Right.
Okay.
So what makes you do the same thing that they did?
What if you did the same thing that they did at the same time that they did? All what if? All right,
so you don't have the wherewithal. We're not talking
all right,
about
understand what I'm saying.
Can I
stop. Wait, no. When you first started smoking, all right. When you started smoking bud, you smoked it by yourself, or did your friend smoke bud?
Absolutely.
No, I smoked it with a chick first.
All right, you smoked it with somebody, right?
Yeah.
All right, you didn't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
So
but she didn't turn into thriller. It wasn't like the it was a thriller. Like what the fuck?
The point I'm trying to make is that all right, the same way people explore drugs or smoke weed with their friends. All right, let's smoke some crack.
No, Ron.
With my friends.
Ron, listen.
That is very.
We
had our first drink. Let's drink a 40 or something together.
Right. That is very
first generation.
What's the difference?
The first round.
The first generation. The first round.
Yeah, but when the uncles are already crackheads and stealing your fucking game and stealing your Atari and all that, why still do the crack
you're murdering
after?
the table. You're murdering
and then
the table
why
right now.
sell the crack? Why after your uncle stole your Atari and did the crack, why do you quit your job at McDonald's, mush Calvin on the way to McDonald's and sell fucking crack?
Bro.
You're selling crack
from the cleaners.
You're doing it to yourself,
bro. You're trying to say, let's say
crack dealers, niggas that was selling crack are the fucking they're the fucking scum of the earth. They did the black community super dirty. Like they exploited the weaknesses of their own fucking family.
Right, because let's
fucking just make a couple of dollars to buy herringbone, fucking chains, swishy pants, Beeline fucking sneakers.
Nice cars, some nice cars.
Fucking Honda Civics.
My thing is, no.
The fuck out of here.
Listen, okay, all right. That's a slight point. That is a slight point.
How's that a slight point?
Because like you said, he did, could the drug have reached what it reached?
Are you talking about another generation of fiends or drug dealers?
Generation, Ron. Let's bring it out.
It was out.
Niggas is like in the fucking 90s still selling crack.
Could it have reached? Could it have
doing this shit out here?
Hold on. Could it have reached the heights if us didn't take the wheel as far as distributing it? I don't think so.
What do you say that again?
Could the drug have reached the heights that it reached and the aftermath and all the destruction that it did? Could it have reached that point if it wasn't for us taking the wheel and distributing the drug to our own people? Probably not.
So
no.
Wait, all right,
just say no.
No, we talking like I think I think crack was made for us. It was made for us.
Right. What I'm saying is what we did was
who else was supposed to distribute and sell it?
They
but
made
us.
Crack and perms, right? They made crack, perms, watermelon, fried chicken, KFC.
Perms give
what else is nigga shit?
All right.
No. Yeah, crack is nigga shit, right?
Yeah, but perms too. Perms give women cancer.
Right.
But you
back to you,
but what?
No,
that wasn't you. You don't think they knew that?
No.
You don't think they knew that?
Women weren't mixing crack in their fucking living rooms, giving people cancer after they saw their freaking mothers die. Of freaking, what are we saying? Why are we doing this? Why are we last? We got now more topics.
Ron wants to argue.
Long on this
Ron is
we can do
here
this
to
show
argue
all
with
day.
you.
We can do the crack show. Matter of fact, we do the fucking crack show. We're gonna change Ron's mind by the end of fucking.
Ron is here to argue.
No.
We are here.
I'm here to fight.
I'm here.
Have you ever sold crack? You sold crack before?
Sold crack?
Yeah.
No.
You got family members that sold crack?
No.
All right. So you don't really know though.
I don't know.
All right. You sold crack?
No, but my brother.
Hey.
Let's just say
you know somebody.
Got it.
Let's just say that I have seen family members affected.
I like dirty.
Have you sold it?
No, but
you didn't do it, right?
No,
after he did, you didn't. After you saw him do, you didn't do it, right?
No.
All right, so we're making this statement.
But there was a lot of that though. There was a lot of you shouldn't have did it before. Once you see another nigga do it, a lot of us.
He's trying to say that didn't happen. He's trying to say
he has a name.
He's saying like, you these was fiends, and why are you gonna sell crack? And then the next generation sell crack. People learn from the destruction. I think it got better over time, right? But my point is,
it took too long.
Who created the destruction?
It took too long.
You asked Corey. Corey said it was only 15
like
years.
the dinosaurs.
It was only 15 years.
That's a long time. Like the dinosaurs.
Huh?
I was talking to my wife today about like how I got best dressed in high school.
I got beat out.
You did. I told. Why you sounding surprised? First of all, nigga, you sound way too surprised for my liking for a nigga that know me.
Been doing
Relax.
it, right?
First of all, yes, I did. And I went up against crack dealers. I was just talking to my wife. I was like, yo, niggas was selling crack. Like in my fucking era. Like I had to go up. I was pushing carts at King Cullen and niggas, I walked past them niggas at the little wherever they was selling crack at. to go to, you know what I mean? But they ain't last. Them niggas was locked up by Christmas. So I had the whole rest of the school year to fucking shine on niggas, you know what I mean? But you niggas was coming to school, gold chains, shit sitting on, butter soft AVs, everything. The Indian, big Indians on the back, all that. You know what I mean?
Good time. Good time.
Big Indian.
When you say that, I'm like, I know who you talking about.
Your AVs don't got the big Indian on the back.
No, my AV had the fucking wool. I had the wool joint. And I got robbed for my shit.
Niggas AVs got changed like the Redskins.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They can't rock
man. Big Indians.
Big Indian.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man.
Bro, some niggas feel like they didn't even have a choice in the matter. Like this is the only opportunity.
Bullshit.
We're not
in the mood for this shit, Ron.
Bullshit.
I'm sorry. You gotta stick another song.
Especially where we from.
Sing another song, nigga.
What?
Especially where we from. Bullshit.
Come on, nigga. You sing another song, nigga.
I'm
tired of that song.
I just have empathy for people.
Yeah,
I've never sold crack. I've sold other drugs, but I've never sold crack before. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of folks that even though I had a lot of family members that was hooked on crack cocaine, I still sold drugs before.
No, but okay, let me ask you a question. So, but what stopped you? Well, maybe you were making money in other means. But while you saw this enterprise booming, what stopped you from doing that? Because it was probably a know-how.
It wasn't booming. It wasn't booming, right?
Well,
it really wasn't booming. A lot of all the shit that I got from.
How old were you in 98, 99?
16.
It was still profitable. It was super profitable.
Better than fucking.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. This is the trap. This is what they want us to believe is that I made just as much money as the niggas that sold drugs.
Because you had a job.
Yeah, I did. Right?
You had a job.
But even though I did have a job, I still sold a little this or sold a little that or whatever. You know what I mean? But you got to think about dudes that don't have the ecosystem that I have, right? Where they believe that this is the only way to win. You know what I mean? They don't have certain figures in their life to show them like, you could do this or you could do that. I know it might sound cheesy or it might sound like, you know what I mean? Like, sing a different song, but
I'm going to concede you that argument. Y'all
trying to debate me, but I've been on both sides of the fence. So it's like, you can't really, like, y'all coming from one side, but I've been on both sides of the fence, bro.
Yeah, well,
I don't think I'm on one side. I'm on the fence.
I'm not receptive to what you're saying. Like
I'm on the fence.
Brick wall here.
When you hustle,
maybe cool.
Why did you feel like you had to hustle?
Why did I feel like I had to hustle?
Telling now. This nigga telling. We didn't even know cool hustle. Now we just know this nigga. He telling to keep.
No, how about Ronco? Ronco just threw me out there. Damn it, Ron. How about Ron just threw me out there?
My bad.
Here I am. Here we are. I hustled because it was easy to a degree. It was easy. I saw a need. I saw that there were kids at school who needed something that I knew where it was and they needed it. That's why I did it.
Okay.
Simple
Let's move the conversation a little forward.
Yeah,
let's
get
off of crack.
Fired out of here.
But let's take the basis of crack and let's have a conversation and then we'll go to one clip. Do most people, not just black people, think that they're going to be rich in their lifetime?
I think they're hopeful.
I don't think most white people feel like that.
You don't think most white people think that they're going to be rich?
Because
like people.
Okay, this is the thing. I feel like white people feel like they could live a good life without being rich.
Okay.
Because everything is there for them, even as a regular white person. You know what I mean? And to get the good of everything as a black person, you have to be rich.
No, I think that's what. No. I think that's what we think.
That's what we think. Yes,
I'm not.
I should have said.
I'm a black person.
I should have said that's what we think.
Yeah,
my fault. I should have ended it with that.
Okay.
We feel like to get the best life, we have to be rich.
Okay.
I think white people already know, like, yo, you don't have to be rich to live a good life.
Right.
So they're okay.
Said the Walmart thing, right? When we said Walmart, I forgot how it ended, and I'm like, I don't know. My brain started fast forwarding. Like, what if I just went to Walmart and worked there for my whole career and just made like?
What you mean Walmart? What are you talking about?
I don't know. We said I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I
was talking about Walmart.
Daydreaming. I was just daydreaming. My brain is always moving, but then
right. But go ahead. What are you saying?
I'm thinking it's like, all right, if someone thinks that they is gonna make $120,000 for like 15 years and just ride off into the sunset, is that a bad thing?
No
at all, right?
Because the thing,
especially if you meet one other person.
I'm not trying to bring it back, but like even when it, like we were talking about with drug dealers, when you do the math of what they make versus a nigga that works, it's not that big of a difference.
No, the person that works makes way more money.
Exactly, right? I'm talking about generally speaking.
Long run, because they're going to jail and they're paying for
not
lawyers
even
and doing all that.
Let's say these niggas don't even go to jail, right? Sometimes when you deal drugs, you might get some lump sums, right? Maybe, right? But when somebody's consistently making $400 or $500 a week, even as a teenager or something like that, right?
Yeah,
making $400 or $500, like, yo, this dude might make $1,000 or $1,500 for the week, but he might not make that for the next. He's just gonna go shop, buy some J's, buy AV or something like that, and it look like he getting it,
right?
But he ain't hitting that $1,500 for the next 2-3 weeks. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not really too much of a difference. You understand what I'm saying? And then when it comes down to, all right, you might fuck up your re-up, so you can't get your money up.
Yeah.
You might get a pack stolen, whatever. It's so many other things that happen in between of you making your money and trying to make more money. It's not the same with somebody that works, right? So when it comes down to like feeling like you gonna when it comes down to it, a regular working dude, he might make more money in the regular interim or even the long term than a drug dealing dude. But people assume that it looks a certain way, that it's better, but nah, it's not. The shit is not really real, bro.
Because I don't think it's about the line of work per income dollar. I think it's about the lifestyle that they portray. Right? I think that's what it is. Because, for instance, we all knew like cats who like worked who just made it look super good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They worked jobs, but it just made it look super good. I think that, the person with the fast money somehow strangely just makes it look so much better.
Not all.
Yeah. Not all. Because like you said, some dudes are just, I don't want to say like bummy by nature, but like, it's just not ill with it, not clean with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We also knew, well, let's use our high school. I think our high school was like the perfect petri dish for like all of that. Because at that time, there were people who was hustling, and there were people who like either had like parents who had like money, right? Or they got their little jobs right up front.
Yeah.
And some people made it look super good to work, super good to work. Or had a parent that just made it look super good to just have that parent that gave you that bread. And to me, honestly, I think that the person who was hustling was just trying to keep up to a degree when you look back at it. You know what I mean? Just trying to be like the best of that, because
shoot him a little bit, but I'll give it to you.
But I'm saying, like, yo, they don't have the resources that everybody else has, or they feel like they don't, and that's what they feel like that's their only way to win.
But we know people that was getting it from. I was in grade school with people that were hustling in high school, and they had shit that I didn't have. Niggas was getting shit. But
that's what I'm saying. I think
how many of them? It's not that many, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that
many. But I also think it's more of the lifestyle that they, or maybe they're like gifts to know what to buy, kind of, sort of. Like whatever the persona the persona gave. You know what I mean?
There's a clip that I have here that it's on the IG.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of relates, but it'll move the conversation forward a little bit into another direction, but it will stay right here. That one right ahead of us. Yeah, that one right there.
Okay. So we settled heavy right here.
It's locking on this
one. Hold on.
Of course, bro. Yeah. Oh shit, what's good, bro?
Oh, it was good, boy.
Yeah, I ain't see you in a minute, man. Yeah. Hey, I see you finally made out the hood, bro. I'm proud of you, G.
I appreciate that, fam. You know how to do what I had to do to get up out of here.
Of course, bro. Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, I had an idea I want to run by you real quick.
Talk to me.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create like a little series or whatever, and I wanted you to be in it, like me and you type stuff. Yeah, maybe like put a little series together, starring me and you. So what you think about that?
Yeah, that sounds straight. Why you waited so long to start though?
Man, cause I lost motivation. That's why. But when I see you coming up, I was like, yeah, I gotta get on that. So yeah, man, I'm trying to do the series and then get this thing popping. It's gonna do numbers for sure.
So you basically trying to look for an easy way out.
Shit, I'm trying to make it out too. I don't want to be stuck here while you out living your best life. Do I not deserve success too?
That ain't how that shit work, bro.
What you mean?
I was actually putting in work, bro. I was grinding. This shit ain't happen overnight, nigga. You think I just got here to just help niggas who ain't even doing shit with their own lives back in the hood, bro?
Nigga, somebody had to do it. I would have did the same shit for you.
I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. Niggas love to say what they would have did. Oh, I would have did this. I would have did that. I don't give a fuck, bro. Because at the end of the day, everybody want a fucking handout, bro. And when it comes to the handout, y'all got me fucked up, nigga. And that's straight up, bro. Respectfully.
You call it a handout. I call it a key. See, you didn't put yourself out there and made a big name for yourself. And you surrounded yourself with niggas who ain't got shit going for themselves. And you expect them to not follow behind your footsteps. And then you expect us to stay in the same place that we struggle to survive every single day. You got us fucked up.
That's the nigga that'll kill you. The way you came off, that's the nigga that'll kill you.
Nigga.
You get killed.
There's a lot going on, right?
I
seen that shit. I was like, all right, I know. I gotta holler my niggas about.
I got a lot to say about that up front.
Please.
It's strange how I kind of feel both sides of the argument, right? Because let's say if I'm the dude in the red hat and I'm in the store and I'm poly and somebody walk up to me with a half-ass plan like that, I might think of it like, this guy doesn't, he's trying to. I might not come off so aggressive back towards him. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like it's kind of like both sides of the coin that kind of work for me. Because his initial plan was definitely half-assed. He didn't have no real vision for. He just wanted to know, yo, I see you here. Yo, I think we could do something. And that was that. When he kind of asked him to break it down a little bit, he didn't go no further. Like, yo, listen, we could play buddy cops. And you know what I mean? He had he had no plan for what it was. It was kind of like, yeah, me, you just do a series. And now that I got you, that's what we're going to do. But I do think the guy in the red was a little, he could have like handled that a little better. That's just my thought.
How would he handle it better? Took his number,
maybe asked
brushed him off.
No, maybe he could. Well, listen, if you didn't
heard him out and just
if you didn't want to be bothered, you could have went with all right, well, you know what? Listen, man, when you get more of it together, you know That's one way to brush them off.
Right.
If you really wanted to help, you could have said, well, about what? Simple, just one question. Okay, well, yeah, about what? And then when the person said, the next thing he said, oh, well, I'm just thinking we could do a series. Then that's when you go, well, listen, man, look, I'm a little busy right now. But listen, when you figure out what it is exactly you want it to be about, let me know. Or 2 or 3. If you need help trying to craft something, you know what I'm saying? Craft an idea.
Something, yeah.
So basically you saying a nigga forgot where he came from.
No, I just think he
that's what it sounds like you're saying.
No, because I don't want to say that, because I think where we come from, there's a lot of that. You know how many people,
lot of what?
You know how many people like it? They go, yo, son, I want to do a podcast. Listen, now I got you here. And me, I camp out. And I go, all right, about what? Nah, I'm just thinking, about this, that, and third. I'm like, okay, well, that sounds a certain way. All right, well, listen, man. Now, mind you, if I see that there is no, they just got me there and they just trying to live off of my illustrious podcast career, right? Super producer shit. They trying to get me to help them. No, I'll say, well, you know what? Listen, man, when you got it a little bit more situated, or boom, you know what? When you need some help, I don't mind helping you craft it. And 9 times out of 10, that kind of deters them, because
you putting them on the spot.
Yeah, put them on the spot like that. It's so much
and
easier
that's
to put them on the
I
spot.
think that's the correct way to handle that.
The way he handled it made
a lot of times
made him feel small.
Exactly. Niggas be forgetting when they were the same dude in the store that didn't have a plan, but they just they wanted to go.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it's like, oh, now I'm in this place, so now I need a fucking business plan to do something with a nigga now. Where you was a hood nigga that just didn't really have a set out plan, and you like, all right, let's just do some shit. And niggas will always say, I guess some niggas will say like, oh, I didn't change. It's the niggas around me that changed. But that person around you, they had no reason to change. Your life changed, so you had to change with it. So you probably didn't make the change.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Homie in the red jacket. He said
I
had to grind to where I had to get to. Does the grind change you? Does the grind make you jaded?
Yeah, I think so, to a degree.
I think that's bullshit. Like, we all got to grind, right?
Yeah.
Like,
does it make you callous to the people who don't, or who haven't even started their grind yet? I had a conversation with my daughter. I just a little small little talk. I had a conversation with my daughter just yesterday. Just called her. There was like an earthquake in San Francisco. She's in San Diego, so I didn't really understand the geography of the West Coast yet. So I was like, "Yo, you good?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm good. I've been a little sick," but she was like, "Dad, adulting is boring." And I was like, "Yeah, baby, it's a grind." I told her what I do is I make short-term goals and I make long-term goals. The short-term goals keep me going as like little check marks, but the long-term goals is the real recharge for the battery, for the grind again, because it does get boring just on the grind, But I didn't really get into the part where the long-term grind, it kind of calluses you and it jades you to the people who aren't really grinding, and it kind of makes you less empathetic to like other people, So I don't know. I don't know if y'all go through that or not, or maybe just a me thing, or
I to be honest with you, like I just don't think everybody's built the same, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm fine with that. And like, yo, if I grind and you don't grind, it's just less people for me to grind against. You understand what I'm saying?
But when that person that doesn't grind decides that they want the same things that you want or have, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel?
That's when I say,
I want you to answer, how does it make you feel?
It doesn't make me feel any way, because I know what I had to do, And if you're willing to do it, cool. But if I don't think you're willing to do it, it might be comical to me.
But they want to know why they don't have the things that you have when they didn't grind like you did. It makes you feel like they're delusional?
Okay. So no. Why though? Because first of all, let's be clear. A lot of niggas don't want to see niggas where they are, and they won't tell a nigga, right? What's wrong with telling a nigga?
Who cares?
Especially if you tell a nigga and he not gonna do it anyway, right? So it's like, all right, no. If the nigga has the balls to ask me why you have this or you have that or you are then and third and they don't have it, explain it to him. Okay. If it's a friend of mine or something like that,
okay.
I'm like, oh well, I did this, I did that, or whatever. If you want to do this, you could do that, that, and the third.
Yeah.
If they do it, fine, they do it.
Right.
But chances are, is if they didn't do it, they're not gonna do it. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now, am I gonna get upset because like, yo, this nigga fucking? I'm gonna go to my wife like, you know, this nigga asked me like, why this, that, and the third? No, I'm not gonna get upset because it's like, all right, yeah. You want to do that? Yo, if you want to do it, you could do this, do that, and do this, that, and the third, right? But you know that person ain't gonna. And my thing with people would be ask the question is like, you want to do that? You don't seem like you wanted to do that.
Like I said,
like that seemed like it was a thing, not a you thing.
If
that
I,
seemed like
if I could use my experiences, like I said, I've had all types of hood individuals come to me about starting shows and podcasting, and I got this ill story. Yo, I
think very diplomatic the way you go about it, but
well, I think it's the best way.
Yes, for sure.
It's the very best way because you know what? From a business standpoint, correct? Right? Like, I need talent to survive, right? So if Joe Schmo is coming to me off the street and they're saying, yo, I want to do something, whatever the case was, I might
give them the prerequisite of what to do.
Yes.
And then they come to you with an idea that you didn't have before and you producing another show.
I'm going to take it right to the top of the roof. So
put niggas on the spot.
Yes.
Put them on the spot.
Putting niggas on the spot and in a way that's not like Homie in the Red. Because see, Homie in the Red, he's kind of putting him on the spot, but it's more in like a way where
he's trying to down a
nigga.
your
manhood
downing
can kind
the
of
nigga,
be
right?
Tested in that particular situation. Me, I'm just gonna give you a couple of things that I'm gonna put the homework on you, and then once you get that homework done, I'm super accessible. Come find me. I'll help you go from there. Right. And what Ron is saying is, once you put that homework back on them, there's 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna come back with the same.
9 out of 10 times, right? Niggas is not gonna do what you did because first of all, it's not like they can't do it. They didn't want to do it. Like your life is your life, and what you wanted for your life is something different than probably what they want for their life, right? Then there's some niggas that got lucky that they trying to gatekeep whatever they did because they know the shit is easy as fuck, and they don't want to say you understand. They don't want to give no game to niggas. You understand what I'm saying?
Parties.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but depending on who you are, I just feel like you put niggas on the spot. Like, yo, if you wanna, even to a party, like, yo, niggas say, yo, I had to do some fucking freaky shit to get where I'm at. You willing to do that?
Yeah. Yo, listen, get your free tapes up. Get your mixtape highlight up.
We here to talk a little current affairs.
Sure.
Diddy got denied bail for the 4th time.
I think third.
Third time.
Third last time I checked.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh boy.
I don't care. I really don't care.
You kind of don't care.
I don't care. Like, yo, if you take the idol worship out of it,
right,
most people wouldn't care.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that out, and I don't care.
Well, let's add a little layer to it. The Abercrombie being fixed dude got accused and of a lot worse things than Diddy was, and he got a bail.
Then it goes deeper. So it goes matter. Then that makes it deeper for me because it's like, yo, bro, like
I don't know. I think because you know why I'm sorry to cut you, but I think a lot of it boils down to reach and influence, maybe.
Okay.
Like for instance, the Abercrombie and Fitch dude is I'm sure a huge CEO and all those other things and fancy, but him himself, he doesn't have much influence. If you use a person like Diddy, he has extreme reach and influence from what you drink to what you wear to how you party, where you party, why you party. So maybe I don't know. I'm hoping that the judicial system isn't using that as a type of shit. But I think maybe it begins to boil down to that.
I think we need to get past that.
All right. So help me, man. What do you mean?
Because reach and influence on a
we can't downside. You can't.
No, it works for certain people in certain aspects of life, but I think the truly powerful people are not seen. You don't even know who they are. Like you don't like you know. So niggas want to play in a different playground when it's like, and they feel like I'm the shit in this playground too. But maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. Right? Just because you got reach and influence in our community doesn't mean that you have that type of power where this dude, we don't know the Abercrombie and Fitch dude.
No.
Right?
No. But that's why
you know why? Because he made it that way. Right? He wasn't trying like any of these niggas, right? That if you make millions, hundreds of millions of dollars a year, right?
Yeah.
You could go on social media and be very popular.
So
yeah, but not Diddy
crime
popular,
with more
though.
heinous because he was more popular.
No, I'm just saying.
No, what I'm saying is that I believe that some of these other dudes are way more powerful than Diddy. They may not have influence on the public, like Diddy, but in the shadows, they're more powerful.
I don't know, but I mean, I don't know though. But you got to think about the currency now. The currency in 2024 is very different, vastly different than what it was. All right, I think we're thinking of, these CEOs who can offer jobs and hire, fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is a level of power, as an extreme level of power, right?
Mm-hmm.
For an Abercrombie and Fitch, I'm pretty sure that's a extreme level of power, but that's not. I can make you drink this. I can make you dance to this. I can make you party to this. I can bring another. Because think about it. More than the Abercrombie and Fitch. More than the Abercrombie and Fitch person being influential himself, or let's just say however his influence goes, that's himself.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy can make another person influential and important.
Who?
Mace, Shine.
All right.
Total.
Yeah, he can do that.
So I'm saying that makes a different level of influence.
All right. So we're talking about a global brand that dresses young white men and women, right?
White boys that never wore no Sean John? White boy.
They probably wear more Abercrombie.
Never drank no Ciroc. White boys that never drank no Ciroc. He's a brand ambassador, but he's
All right. So
different type of influence. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Different level of influence.
And this dude, his influence is in the shadows. I didn't ever know who nobody knew who the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch was before.
Right.
Diddy isn't on the front line. I think Diddy's influence is mainly in the hood.
Overtly.
Like
overt influence. Let's just say I don't know what else the Abercrombie and Fitch dude owns, but I mean his portfolio is probably diversified. He probably owns real estate here or something there. I don't know what his holdings are, but you're saying because Diddy directly is a mascot.
No, it's just he's black
for certain things.
That's
more of a,
I think Diddy is more of a mascot.
Right.
And I think they they reward our mascots because they're able to influence us and they are able to control us. That's why they get rewarded.
Yeah.
Right. But you think about it, the biggest selling point for Diddy is Diddy as a personality.
Right.
And how he can push a certain brand.
Yeah.
Like this dude, we never knew who he was. We never knew he fucking existed.
Okay, so
when you're saying it, hold on one second.
Somebody. That's the thing. Some of these dudes are like publicly traded companies and stuff like that. They take the job because they're like, I'll take it.
Well, then what I'm saying is run the question back. Then, okay, so with you taking that particular stance, why would one person's crimes be more, I don't know, focused on than the other person's crimes, or more, heinously punishable?
I think one it could be a simple fact of one dude got more pull than the other dude, because they all rich dudes and they all got money, but money is not power though.
Okay, and
I think mascot money is different between being the CEO of a publicly traded company money.
Diddy's a little more than that. Like that. He's a little mascot vibes.
A 16-count indictment was unleashed in federal court in Central Iceland, charging former
right out here
Abercrombie and Fitch CEO.
That was out here?
Right out here in these streets.
Michael Jeffries, along with Matthew Smith and James Jacobson, with sex trafficking and engaging in interstate prostitution. The indictment alleged that between December 2018 and March 2015, Jeffrey, Smith, and Jacobs used a combination of force, fraud, and coercion to traffic men while operating a prostitution enterprise. Why is it funny when this dude's getting like?
Well, maybe because of that community. Maybe he has more pull and more power.
But my question is, do you think there's going to be a hotline for that guy? Do you think there's going to be 125 people? That's what I mean. Like, what's the?
And I hate the whataboutism. I hate whataboutism. I despise it. I try not to do it. But in certain cases, it's kind of blatant. You gotta kind of do like, why aren't
Diddy? First of all, Diddy's a headline. Diddy's a headline. So it's like, yo, all right, you'll have a hotline for him because he's a headline. The fact that you make yourself a mascot when it's time to go down, it's the same way you use your name to publicize everything that you do. The liquor, you have to be tied to it. The TV, you have to be tied to it for the pop. The same way you go down, your name has got to be tied to it. I
think the headline is going to turn around. I think the headline is going to help them. Remember when the first went down, I told you what the perfect strategy would be. Would to be flood the market with things so it discredits almost everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's gonna help him in the long run. I feel like the flood of everything is gonna. I don't know if it's gonna help him get out of jail or anything like that, but
he's going to jail.
Yeah,
sadly, he's gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
And
it's not looking good.
It's just about a matter of how much time.
Okay.
I doubt if he'll ever like really fully get off.
Pause. Let's go to another story in the news. Drake is suing his label.
Oh gosh,
UMG, for accusations that they helped conspire Kendrick's beef against him to devalue his stock while he was in the renegotiate his label.
And that's a good business strategy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of dangerous for Drake to go into a beef during the renegotiating, right? It's almost like betting on yourself, right?
Yo, bro. Nigga, you're the talent.
Yeah.
Right? You're the talent, bro. Like, it's all good when you could play big shit with us.
Yeah.
As the fans.
Yeah.
But in them rooms and shit, nigga, you just talent. Like these
you're
niggas they cut the check, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and I'm just glad the world is seeing this shit.
Yeah.
And it shows like, yo, bro, as much as we idolize these people, they're just employees and they gotta answer to people.
Yeah.
And it should be like, damn, this niggas that cut $400 million checks, $600 million checks to this nigga.
Yeah.
You know, just to do some fucking music.
Just
imagine how much bread they got just for you. Let this nigga entertain and fucking dance and sing.
Yeah. Bro. He also alluded that, you know, bots were a real thing, and I've been dying to talk to you about this, cool. You're a numbers guy, cool. And we've been hearing men lie, number lie. No, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't.
Yeah. Corey's a numbers guy.
But now that we're hearing the numbers are lies, where are you with this whole thing?
Well, you asked a lot of things.
Yeah, I did. I did. So I knew you was coming. I was like, yeah, cool gonna be it.
So Drake, we can bring what Ron said into perspective a lot of the way, where, yeah, you know, he might have figured, as we see in music, there will be another star. They'll make another star if there's not one, right? Nobody's bigger than the game. He practices that I'm sure got him where he was, right? It just wasn't in his favor. I do think it is not a great negotiation tactic when you're trying to re-up, and you know you shouldn't really call out the plug for, you know, whatever practices they're on.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second though?
Sure.
What about betting on yourself? What if he won the battle? His stock would have been through the roof. He could ask for anything he won. If he came back to UMG with the head of his number one competitor, he has an open checkbook, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. So that's where his argument is flawed.
No, but the difference is that Lucien wasn't going to cut him totally off because he lost. Right? If you're looking at each artist like a stock, perhaps his stock might have been down, but Lucien wasn't going to cut him off. There was always a chance, and with Drake and his talent and his Rolodex of people that still would have dealt with him in the particular situation. No, they would never, because guess what? There's always a chance that man can make one song that can get you right back.
Give him one
into where everybody has it. He has the potential to have the one that will get you back where you, at least halfway, at least initially halfway where you need to be, and then to come back whatever. Honestly, to be honest, this might sound crazy, but before this, I think he still had more lasting power than even to what Kendrick could have.
Yeah.
If he would have just sat tight for a little bit, you know, took his lumps and, you know, even came back and he said, all right, nigga got me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga got me. I ain't fuck that nigga, son. Yo, fuck him, son. He got me, but whatever.
Right.
I'm gonna make these joints. I'm gonna still make these joints couple months from now. Know what I mean? I'm a land again. But
cool. There was a big
elephant. It was a big room. But like I said, because
but cool, there was a big elephant in the room.
What's that?
There was that Super Bowl coming up, and Kendrick cannot go on that Super Bowl stage and call Drake a pedophile.
Nah, I don't think they're gonna allow.
Well,
that.
I would think that the NFL.
I don't think they ever was gonna allow
that.
No, I don't think.
I don't know. Like, you can't leave anything up for interpretation now.
So the NFL would not let him do that.
We don't know that.
No, they wouldn't.
You think they would let him say that line on a
what
Super
if he
Bowl
said
stage?
PDF?
I would say this: the NFL at the very least, after many negotiations, may let him rock the hook.
Yeah,
he may be able.
How about the Grammy stage? I mean, he's not.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
same thing. I think at the very least, I'm talking about with lawyers and publicists and fucking labels going back and forth.
That shit. I would have put a cease and desist on that song a long time ago.
Right, but you know, maybe he could.
Long time ago.
Maybe he
I was curious why he didn't.
Because I think
I'm like, yo, y'all acting this shit.
Like I said,
what's going on in the shadows that if this nigga calls me a pedophile, bro,
dog,
I would have shut that shit down.
Is
No,
it
I
the
know. I
worst
know, but
thing
wait.
that someone could call somebody?
No, hold on. But
Yeah,
As a man, I think-
sending out a cease and desist looks like, because the problem is that a lot of artists are focused on what things look like. From a legal standpoint, said something that's not true or false about me. I'm going to put this legal situation in motion to stop you from saying that. But to the public, what does a cease and desist look like?
Snitching.
It looks like I'm a little nervous. You know, I'm trying to. Maybe I'm guilty of it. Maybe I'm whatever. You like.
No.
I'm talking about to the average layman.
No, because it opens up a deposition too. And now people got to go under oath, and
we're talking about
the defamation of character is you're defaming my name with a lie.
That's not what a cease.
Unless you could prove the lie.
The cease and but see, then just sue for that.
No, unless you could prove the lie.
The cease and desist. See, okay, if we're here on this show, and I say Ronco is doing X, Y, and Z out the wazoo.
Yeah, he's doing crack.
Right? And you turn around and say, yeah, Ronco's doing coke, krills, bells.
I was defending all the drugs, drug addicts.
He's doing krills out here. And you turn around and say, you know what? I'm suing you for defamation of character. That looks one way versus if I say that and you say, cease and desist. Stop talking about that. Stop saying that. It's two vastly different things.
Cease and desist more like a warning?
Because
but
I feel
like no. Lawsuit, right?
Yes, but if somebody calls you a pedophile online, what are you warning them about?
Nigga, don't say it no more.
I'm saying,
what are you warning? No, nigga, I'll sue you right now.
Bleep these things. No, unless I don't want it to take it more into like.
I would say this: if I feel like the cease and desist, sometimes I feel like it's like you're almost putting my personal business out on the street, and I don't like that.
You said cease and desist.
I feel like okay.
I said defamation of character.
No, because that's the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Right. I feel
he already sued, right? And he's suing for something. Like he's filing suit to the record label. Yeah. But I'm like, now for me, it's looking to me like you're filing suit for this, but you never filed suit for this nigga calling you a pedophile. Now
because in his mind, I think, because first of all, I think that we give a lot of credit to these people as far as how smart they are and how informed they are about certain things. Sometimes I think that they're misinformed. Even lawyers, I think, are not. Sometimes lawyers are not. They don't have everything in order, right? We see lawyers lose trials all the time because they think they know something and it didn't pan out the way it panned out. Okay. I'm just saying is if somebody called me saying I was doing things to minors, I'm skipping the cease and desist. I'm just going to sue you right off the fucking rip. So that way I know, you know, and the public knows it's not right. I feel like when you send the cease and desist, it's like, so okay. So you're saying Drake is basically, but I feel like,
well, the cease and desist is like a warning. It's
I'm not saying
to chill.
I'm not saying cease and
desist. I'm saying cease and desist.
No, I said
a cease and desist is giving you a chance to chill. Like, yo, listen. When someone comes to you, if you have like an intruder in your house, the cease and desist is the wow. It's the warning shot.
No.
Before I aim that shit at your fucking chest.
But
I'm giving you a chance to fucking turn around.
No.
Go about your fucking business.
No.
Nigga.
That's for when you're saying I'm like hustling drugs or something like that out of my organization. When you say I'm dealing with
a cease and desist is for you to fucking fix this shit on your own, nigga.
No. I'm saying
before I gotta fix it.
No. If you let's say I got a little side hustle, maybe a little on the illegal side.
Right.
That's what a cease and desist is for.
No, a cease and desist is you better chill, nigga. But before,
hold on, I'm trying to say if you're saying I'm dealing with minors, I'm skipping all of that shit. If it's not true, I'm suing you off the rip.
Culture.
Yeah, I'm okay.
No, but hip hop culture frowns against suing in litigation.
No.
So the cease and desist. No, he's getting clowned. Drake is getting clowned. The only reason we're talking about
he's getting clowned.
He's getting clowned because he's suing.
No, he's getting clowned because he's suing because he lost the battle. Not because
it's not like that.
All right, so
because
he's
gonna win a Grammy and he's gonna fucking perform at the Super Bowl calling me a pedophile.
No.
He's trying to take the legs out of this shit.
GB. If it was that serious, the first time that song went over the airwaves, I mean, the first time it played in completion. I mean, full complete. First time that shit ended and went to the next song, my lawyers would have been on the phone. First of all, I'm trying to fuck you up. Like when I'm fucking you up.
What they
but
did.
Number two, you waited a full almost year to do so. And then you didn't even sue him. You didn't go at him.
What's the precedent? The precedent is Ether. Ether only went but so far, right? That was the worst diss song before this song was Ether. If Nas was winning Pulitzer Prizes and fucking Grammys and about to perform Ether at the Super Bowl, please believe Jay-Z would have had to be forced to force litigation. This shit grew legs that no one thought it was going to grow.
You comparing that to that?
Yeah, wait. The difference is.
Yes.
Nas, in his song, said he had big lips and he was ugly.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
That's not,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You took my shit. You listened to my shit. I made you
had your head up. He in that song, he had alludes to Jay-Z messing with Foxy Brown. And when Foxy Brown was 6...
he didn't say that.
He didn't say that.
But we all knew that.
No,
he didn't say
that. Didn't know that.
All right, but
he never said. He never said no age with Foxy Brown. First of all, okay, this is the thing. What we're missing is that if you're trying to say that I did something criminal, that gives me the right to file suit.
Yeah, I'm suing you.
If I say something subjective like you're ugly or something like that, you can't sue for that.
So why is Drake getting the backlash?
He's not. First of all, he's getting backlash because he's suing because he's not focused on like, yo, the nigga called me a pedophile. He's focused on the fact that the label helped push this shit, right? Mm-hmm. What Core is saying, I get what Core is saying, but then he's kind of going between what the reasons are, right? I would have filed suit when the nigga called me a pedophile. Right?
That's what I'm saying. As soon as the song was completed.
So when me as a person on the outside looking in, when you don't file suit, that leads me to believe that there's some truth there. Right? So Jay-Z and Beyonce, Jaguar Wright goes on Piers Morgan, right? They do a cease and desist, right? Now, when they do that, I'm like, now they're not saying the shit is not true, what she's saying. They just saying they want her to stop talking, right? Cardi B, Tasha K, she files defamation of character. It says, yo, I do not have herpes. Yeah. And then she wins a lawsuit and it's like, it's done. That's the difference, right? To say that shit is not true.
Right.
So if Drake doesn't do that, that leads me to believe like, now if you file suit, now we have to look into this. Now it's like,
but what if you're trying to play hip hop? What if I'm trying to play the hip hop game? Like, all right,
that's not niggas don't play hip hop like that. You just reference Ether. Yeah. No, it's subjective stuff, nigga. You ugly.
I mean,
you did this, so you did that, or whatever. Like, it's not like saying something. I did something criminal or something about my health. Or
I had to check on the dresser. You live about my shit.
You say like Cardi B. You say I got herpes, and that means I'm giving
36 in the karate class.
Herpes to people. My sexual partners.
Where does the deposition come into play?
What?
Because when you have a lawsuit, you have to depose yourself, right? You have to go into like the whole discovery process, where people are going and then you have to go under oath, and these people are asking you things, and if you lie, now it could open you up to a lawsuit.
And this is why I feel like when somebody doesn't file suit and somebody says something that you did something criminal and you don't say anything, I believe that it might be some truth to that.
Also, too, to kind of double back to your point, your initial thing was about the numbers. You know, I think in general,
Santa Claus,
there is an inflation of all things. It's an inflation of all things. Because look, let's look at.
I believe I said that before, but he didn't. We was debating about that.
I don't think so. Let's look at Instagram, for instance. Why is there Instagram ads? Why is that there? You know what I'm saying? No offense. I mean, I could take one of your stars. The freaking algorithm of Instagram is very tough. It's not easy. But in one post, a person can get 50, 60,000 likes per se within a half hour, 45 minutes, or whatever the case was. You know, advertising dollars are spent that way as well. Yeah. So with a record that comes out and you have these DSPs that are in cahoots, that want the interviews, that want to, be able to use these people's images on their Wrapped and on their, Billboard covers or whatever the case is, I can see, money being, I don't want to use Billboard per se, but let's just say publications and things of that nature. But I can see funds being allocated to raise the awareness of a particular artist, right? Like the artist that you hear on your radio all the time, the label is spending money for them to go from city to city. And not only to do the radio interview in that city, to do any big podcasters in that city. And then we're going to go to the club in that city. And then we're going to do the after party in that city. And then you're going to get on the bus and you go to the next city and you're going to do that, right? That takes a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? And as much as a song is probably hot and dope and may be fire, those practices are the real reason why you're seeing said artist in front of everybody else. It's the financial backing that's going on. Yeah. So I think maybe Drake in his initial start off point had good music, but I really think that there was a huge financial backing behind him that began to continue to push him over the fence. So I think it's a little odd to call out the structure that got you where you are. I mean, that may be one way to look at it. I do think it's a little odd, but I also think that he has to remember that that's a very tough game to win, right? Because you got to think about it. As much as UMG is going to oppose that's what they did, Spotify is going to oppose that's what we took. Apple Music is going to oppose, right? So you're fighting. You can't
win.
No, you're fighting a system. You're fighting a system.
You can't win.
The books.
Yeah, you're fighting a system. You're fighting a system. Not necessarily, because I think those three or four entities have enough means to suppress that shit. They'll run that boy dry.
What you think? Why you think he got even? Why you even? This is what we're talking about. Why do you think he even got the power to do that? For them to open up the books for him?
Because he's questioning it, and it's like,
you think Apple Music, Spotify, UMG is gonna open up the books for Drake?
No, wait,
not for Drake, but for the lawsuit.
No, wait, more than that. When did that happen? How many days ago was that? That was a week ago.
About a week ago, yeah.
A week and change ago. Have you heard anything else?
It kind of dried out. It kind of dried out.
Fast.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
And it wasn't even a lawsuit. It was like a criminal, it was a complaint.
Nigga, you talent, bro. Be talent and shut the fuck up. You talent, bro. That's it. Like you don't own shit over here. We cut you a check. Like, yo, bro.
So you think payola still exists?
What?
No.
I think it did.
No.
I think in different forms.
Yeah, well, because remember, payola, the process of payola is a DJ taking money under the table to play a song.
Yeah.
That does not exist.
Why is it illegal? Why is it illegal? Because it sounds wrong. But why is it illegal?
It's not illegal. It's unethical.
So why is it illegal?
It's not illegal. It's unethical. And then the FCC found it unethical, which could intertwine with it being illegal.
Gotcha.
Now, it doesn't exist in what we think as a DJ getting an envelope under the table to play a record. It exists in the form of your radio station, Hot 77, is doing well in New York. You got a lot of listeners. We have the top artist in the country. If you want this interview, things of that nature, we're going to need you to spend. You can see the momentum that he has.
But that's business.
It's more so business.
Yeah.
Right? Now, in return of that, we're going to buy, we're going to give your record, your radio station 65 tickets to the hottest show,
or I'll even headline some jam for you.
Things. So that's how it plays out now. Payola doesn't exist in it's a yellow envelope that goes for the DJ to write.
But that's business. Like if you can't do that, you can't even operate in business. Right? Yeah, it's business. Yeah.
I think payola is when it's like dude meets the DJ out in the parking lot and fucking press. I'm like, yo, my nigga, I got play this record. I'm gonna fuck you up, or I'm gonna give you, a couple G's, nigga, rock that shit. Yeah. That's what you call payola. But no, the whole record business is moving off of, he'll come interview with you. We'll drop 60 tickets. Did you give away every to your listener so they watch you, whatever the case was, and he'll do an autograph signing. We just gonna need song number 1 to play
every half an hour,
on the hour. He's the hottest in the city. Jump a bomb. You know what I mean? So that's that. Payola. So it's business more so,
right?
And then guess what? You could kind of understand it that way, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can understand that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what radio is. And then sprinkled in with the when you get the bull, you get the horns, my G. You know what I mean? When you get that shit in the mix of it, that's kind of when it comes. I'm trying to say radio, man. Let's not do that, man. Let's not take my industry down. I'm still trying to do things out here, man. And anybody if any artists want to send me some money to play
I told Cool, man. I said, yo,
I'm gonna have to start taking some money from y'all niggas, man.
CUNY Radio and charge dudes to play the records.
Let me get some money, man. I need it, man. You know what I mean?
You better start taking payola. Start taking some payola.
I'm taking some payola out this motherfucker. Y'all niggas ain't ready to give me 60 tickets to your shit. So I need I need some dead presidents. You heard?
Yeah, my boy. I think we good.
All right.
We just yapped, baby. I love it though. Love it.
How do we feel about this Virgil Kane?
I need one more, man.
Rye whiskey.
One more.
Yeah. It's an interesting joint. Like it's whiskey is interesting, man. Because whiskey is a sneaky fucker, yo. It'll get up on you. Like, you know what I mean? Like it'll get up on you. It'll be nice and smooth, If Cigars and Whiskey ever came out with a whiskey, what attribute would we do? Like, would you want to do like a rye or
so wait, what's the difference when you talking about rye? That's dry? Like what do you mean? Spicier?
Yeah, usually ryes are a little spicier. Like a minty, piney type of spice.
Okay. Which other ones are? Give me another one that's a rye like that. Like that we
did a few ryes. We got a that Great Jones. That's a rye. Usually, green labels go with rye.
What's the reason, Macallan 12? What is that?
That's a Scotch.
That's a whole different game. It's a whole different court.
That's a Scotch.
That's stiff though. Very stiff.
Correct? Yeah, I got one of those upstairs. If y'all want to drink that, that show.
Oh, hey now.
Yeah.
Hey. We back.
Yeah, word.
But I'm a bourbon guy.
Yeah, you like the sweet.
I like the sweetness of a bourbon.
Yeah.
The caramel notes, the vanilla, the honeys, those type of notes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I do like a lot of the rye whiskeys.
Yeah.
Some people say
they mean
rye is supposed to be synonymous with Canadian.
Huh.
I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if the Mercer and Prince is supposed to be a Canadian.
Mercer and Prince is Canadian, yes.
Yeah.
But not a rye, but it's Canadian.
Yeah, it's Canadian, right? Yeah. But yeah, man. I would do a bourbon. How about you?
I would go with it. I mean, I would want to do a Scotch, but I think I would do a rye over a bourbon. The bourbon is a little too sweet. I don't know. It's not really good for my palate.
Around this time, I've been doing eggnog with the Mercer and Prince.
Oh, this guy been having a good time over here. Party. Hard.
Nigga be drunk on the toilet.
Yeah.
That's all that shit telling me, nigga.
Have you ever tried the bourbon with eggnog?
Yeah, nah, dog. I can't. I think I've backed out the eggnog game a long time ago.
Okay.
The eggnog is there is no bueno.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I mean, if I was gonna mix the drink, I would do like an old fashioned.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Mix a little orange peel in there, get a little, bitters, a little,
Okay.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you, man, guys, try it, man. It's the holiday season, so I've been doing it since Thanksgiving, doing a little bit for Christmas. Eggnog with a, I would say more or less a bourbon. Okay. Last year, I think I was doing it with Weller's, but Weller's is it's gotten up there. It's like $70 a bottle.
Yeah. Weller's.
So Mercer and Prince is a nice. It has a sweetness to it, that apple hint to it, apple flavor. Yeah, nice. I think it pairs well with eggnog. Man, I've been doing that one.
I couldn't even imagine. Anything with like milk in it, it's a dub. Like conquito season is coming around. Everybody taking their their conquito orders. I'm like, I can't. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
it's a dub for me, yo.
So, guys, let us know if you've had the Virgil Cane Rye Whiskey. Let us know what you guys think about it. Do you think it's thumbs up, thumbs down? Again, it's a 45.5 ABV, a 91 proof. Got that spicy, minty, has a little bit of citrus going on too. So check it out. And let us know what you guys think about it. All right. Corey Cool.
Yes, sir.
Before we go, let the people know what you got going on, man.
All right. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I might just go out on a limb here. First of all, I'm in the voice of NCC 90.3 FM every Thursday, 7 o'clock. We having a good time playing a lot of jams. Talking about some of the good things that's happened across this music platform. Mainly it's about the jams. Any spotlight artists want their music play, hit me up, man. cooluniversity@gmail.com. That's first and foremost. I want to start streaming, man. I'm really steadfast on the stream. We're gonna talk about good news, man. I don't want to, I'll leave the negative shit to yeah, god damn it. All
Trying to be on the positive side of things.
Listen, you guys see niggas in the street and you got to be prepared. You know what I mean? If I judged your work, I judged it. You know what I mean? I didn't talk about you personally. So
the negativity does so well, man.
I understand.
That's why niggas sell crack, man.
I know, man. I know. I gotta. That's that. I also have a little special project that I'm working on, the 5 Mic 15, where on social media I'm gonna do these little videos, kind of showcasing the 15 original albums that got the 5 mics in the source, as well as a little blog post that goes along with them, with the videos, interviews, and things of that nature that goes along with it. So look forward to that, man. I'm coming through, man.
Okay. All right. And if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do at Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. Again, Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. Also, follow us on Instagram at Cigars Whiskey. That's Cigars with an S, Whiskey. And with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Cigars and Whiskey Podcast. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.